Good evening. How are you? Doing another code session with Copilot Agent, or Copilot Edits, or blah, 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 blah. Or you may know it by other names. Why am I doing this bit? I don't know. But here's, I don't think it's going to bend the laws of time and space or anything. But I did fix my voice transcription system so I don't have to type it while I speak. So this will be a much lazier session. So here's the background on this. We have this podcast called Past Master, and the idea is that it takes a system prompt for a large language model, and it defines a series of let me give you an example. A system prompt like this. We are going to play the text adventure game Past Master, in which the player will travel through different eras of history. You will act as Game Master. Your role is to instruct the player throughout the game. You must obey all the Game Master rules and objective below. The player is the hero of the story, and their choices determine the outcome of the game. And in here are the rules of the game. And essentially, the player gets 3 lives. And at least in this version of the prompt, I think it differs from the podcast. Oh, fuck off. I think it differs from the podcast. I'm not sure. But in this prompt, anyway, they offer you a set number of lives, 3 lives. And, and if you screw up and get yourself killed in the story, you lose a life. And you get up to 3 chances, like I said. And the idea is to, you get options on how to proceed next in the story. You get to choose an era of history, and then you get to choose, how you react to it, and so forth. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure in a sense. But yeah, I think now I don't know if they all do the ABC thing. Let's see. Ask the player to choose from a selection of 3 different historical periods. Find out the player's name and use it. And that didn't work for me last time. Stay in character as a sarcastic and pithy game master at all times. Make sure to keep the game within the constraints of the historical period and provide explanations if the player tries to do something that is not possible in the context of the game. Steer the player towards winning. Mix up your prompts. Sometimes give the player multiple choice. Sometimes keep it conversational. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of changes things. When I was playing this, it gave me A, B, C, and D to pick from, and but I guess you can go either way. That's how flexible this is. Anyway, the podcast basically runs that prompt with some guests and whatnot. But I thought it would be fun to try to create a kind of a more interact. I don't want to say more interactive, but I want to say a more gameplay. I don't know how I want to describe this. You'd have the log of the game, but you'd also have like UI statuses keeping track of how many lives you have and any other stuff. And when it presents A, B, C, and D, it would present it in a nice, clean, formatted way. And I know we can do that with Ollama, but I don't know how the individual models are going to react, but we're going to try it. So I figured we start from scratch, and trying to think of the best way to go about this. I think it would be fun to just do it as a console app. And then later, if we wanted to, we could bring it into a web app. Because a web app's your default vibe with the stuff, but I keep seeing it as a console app in my head. So we're going to try it. So, let's see. Again, we're going to try to keep typing to a minimum. I mean, it's okay to have to tweak things here and there, because sometimes it's just easier than trying to explain. But in general, we're going to try to just do this in a low-code kind of, thing. All right. let's see. Let's normally I would just start with the Python file and just go, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna see what it does. So we're gonna change this to agent mode. We'll keep it on GPT-4. I was told Claude is better, but I haven't really noticed like a quality difference yet. So I'll just, and ChatGPT is going to be like their default thing because it's Copilot, it's GitHub, Microsoft at this point, so it wouldn't surprise me. So it probably has the best connectivity. But whatever, stop ranting. Okay, testing. Excellent. Okay. Let's create a basic framework for a Python application. The application will also be using the Ollama library for Python. Look at that. And it understood Ollama. I love that. Okay, so it's going to tell me to install the Python extensions. Why? No, I already have it, honey. No. All right, fuck it. Let's just let it do it. Just whatever. I thought I already had this installed. Okay, pip install Ollama. Go right on ahead. Get your llama on. Very nice. The Ollama library is already installed. That's true. I do have that in my main library. Let's see. The basic Python project framework has been set up with a main.py file that includes an example of using the Ollama library. You can now run the main.py file to see the integration in action. Yeah, we can do that. Show me the integration. What is this? Main. Oops. Now let's main.py. Oh, it's shite. All right, so we'll just do this really quick. It's just faster to do that, just than fight with it. Let's see. Can I import name Ollama from Ollama with a capital O? So we'll take that error because I'm just a silly baby, and I don't know how to program. So we'll just let it do it. All right, let's see if that works. That does not work. Send it back to the chef. This error indicates that the generate request model requires a model field, which is missing. You didn't add the model field to it, you fucking jerk. All right, look at this. Model equals default model. I know that's not going to work. Unless it's a thing I've never known about. Yeah, it doesn't work. All right. Default model not found. Okay. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Just create a constant at the top of the file, and I'll change the name of the model manually. Look at that. All right, now let me go over into, let's see, Ollama. Is it LS or PS? Probably LS. Grep for, what are we looking for? We'll do Llama 3. Yeah, Llama 3.1. I think it's 3.1. Is it like that? Yeah. We'll just use this one here. That's the. It's my old standby. Although Gemma 3 is really good. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Google went from being like the worst to having one of the best open source ones. Not open source, but freely available ones. I don't think it's open source. For whatever that means nowadays. Anyway, let's run the test. Looking good. Okay, responsible Ollama. It's great to have you here. What brings you here today? What do you want to chat about? Something in particular? Nope. Okay, go away. I'm all ears, or rather all text. So funny. All right, so we got that. Let's see, what do we want to do next? I'm going to take the system prompt from the game. And let's see. I may, you know what? I may break my own rules and do a little bit of manual monkeying. Oh, gee, yeah, let's put that into GitHub Copilot. System prompt. Oh my god, I can't type. Alright. So there's the prompt. And there it is, trying to add more rules to the game. If the player wins or loses the game, congratulate them and provide. You know what? I like that. We're going to add that. Alright. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Alright, we're going to keep that. Get rid of that. We're done here. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Function. JSON. Responses. How does that go? Structured outputs. That's the terminology I'm looking for. Let's see. Do. So we're just gonna do this for itself because I don't know. I don't want to waste time with this trying to word it properly. I wonder if it would work though if I just said, hey, pull in Pydantic and create a class and all that shit. But anyway, you'll see what we're doing. We're going to create a class called... We're going to put it down here. Let's see. Let me try to think how I want this to work. The prompt is going to run. We want every turn to return a... the next story element. We want to have the 4 choices that we want the player to be able to make, and maybe a status of their current status. Maybe let's see, the number of lives they have. I guess that's it. I guess that's all we need. Or I'm trying to think. Maybe. All right, I'm overthinking this way too early on. I'm starting to like write the game as I'm thinking of it. Instead, so let's do game master response, and of course it's a base model. Oh, it knows game over, false. Game. Oh, look at that. See, look at that. That's like exactly correct. That's exactly what I want to do. Don't get ahead of me, game. Or game. Copilot. Alright. So we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to just create that. So let's see. We're going to... Alright. Okay, I know what's going to happen. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to ask you what error you want, which will still use the ABCD interface. So, okay, so now we gotta, let's just let it take over. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to create a message loop that is going to send the system prompt and a running log of our conversation with Ollama. And the response from Ollama should have a structured response using the game master response object. Just decided not to work. Whoa! There we go. There we go. I've never seen it take so long. That was unexpected. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a message. We're going to create a loop. A conversation loop that is going to send the system prompt and a running log of our conversation with Ollama. O-Llama. Ollama. It's not a good sign when it doesn't even get the capitalization properly there. But that's actually not Copilot's fault. I'm using my own chat transcription thing. All right. Running log of our conversation with Ollama, and the response from Ollama should have a structured response. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the URL for structured outputs. This is a trick I learned earlier, and I think it's. Is it fetch? I think it's that. And let's also get the Ollama Python library documentation and put that in there. If it's here. Yeah, that'll have to be good enough. Alright, where the fuck is VS Code? There we go. So we'll do that. We'll stick to we'll put the repo for Ollama Python and structured outputs, and let's see what happens. Okay, fetch untrusted web page. Yes, I do trust Ollama.com in this instance. And it's fetching GitHub soon. Yep, there it is. The links provided did not return any content. However, I can proceed with implementing the conversation loop as described. Let's create a running log of the conversation with Ollama. Are you for real, dog? You didn't get that? All right. Well, let's see if it's working. Parse raw, is that real? For data is unreal, you must use model validate instead. Okay, whatever. Oh, I'm kind of interested now. I guess we don't need. I guess we don't need the Chrome anymore. I guess we can just. Just dawned on me if we're going to be doing this in a console. So let's see. Let's see if we can make this a little prettier. And do like this. The big fat head's in the way. There we go. And then we can take terminal. Stick the terminal over here. There we go. And we can bump the font size up a little bit. Oh, it's too much. Main.py. Welcome to Pastmaster. Let's begin your adventure. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so we got an error with the parsing of the response data. So we're gonna go and you know what's wrong with this though. Prompt, the system prompt, the generate prompt. It's not using the actual response thing, but we're gonna go and just do this for the moment. We'll throw the error at it.
Fix my code, please.
All right. Yeah, fix my code. All right. Hi. That's still broken? Really? Because the Ollama does not include the message being expected. Additionally, it's just some message. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, is that... Wait a minute. Is that what was going on? Model dump JSON. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Hi. Oh. Numbers. Oh, I see. These are like, all right. Okay, that almost worked. We get a response, so it's doing, but it is doing this wrong. It's not. So we got to get the structured. Let's see. Let me show it an example of how that should work. Here is. Oh yeah, I should be doing voice. Here is an example of how to pull structured data from a query. Use this to make this happen. Do the thing. All right. So there's an example for you. Feast on that, you fuck. All right. Hi. Error parsing response from game master. Generate response object has no attribute message. Wait, doesn't it? Game master response message. Game master response. Oh, it's beautiful. It's right there. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, print a debug dump of GM underscore response. It might have gotten that. I wouldn't be surprised if it understood me. Because I've fed it some real horse shit, and it was like, yeah, I know what you mean, brother. Don't worry about it. I got you. It's weird. All right, debug print statement. Good for you. Hi. Error parsing response. Give it generate response has no attribute messages. That's not true. Okay, hold on a sec. All right, let's just do this. Just throw it in there. To resolve this, I need to inspect the structure of the generate response object to determine that's true. That's true. You need to do that. That's in fact what I was trying to do before. You didn't do it though. Hi. Okay. So debug generate response attributes. Oh, it's getting okay. Yeah, I think I see what it is. All right, so let me actually take this whole thing and copy. Inspect the content of the response attribute. I thought I just did this. Please run the program again and share the output of the debug statement. Okay. Hi. Okay. Can I just send it to, can I do that? Oh, it's not working. Alright. Alright, fine. Debug error shows that a response attribute contains a dictionary with a message key. However, the error occurs because the code is trying to access response message content, which does not exist. Instead, the correct way to access the response is response.response message. Okay. Oh, shit. I didn't type anything. Response in game master string integers. Okay, that's all right. We're getting there. Code has been updated to parse response properly. Hi. We will someday get past this. Jason, is it matches schema before validation? Man, that sounds weird. Hi. Oh, I have 3 lines left. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's working. Remove the debug stuff now. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye, debug stuff. Goodbye. Debug statements have been removed and the code is now cleaned and ready for production use. Alright. Hi! Game Master. Aha! Finally, somebody who's ready to travel through time. Welcome, player name, to Past Master. I'm your Game Master for this adventure. Get comfortable, because you're about to embark on a thrilling journey through the ages. You'll be dropped into 3 different eras, armed with nothing but your knowledge of the present. Your goal is to shape a new history, and one that's not too boring. Let's get started. So, okay, lives left 3. All right. So, lives left, is that actually in the code? Or is that part of the, let's see, lives left? Yep, no, it's part of the code. It's part of the GM response. That's excellent. Okay. Yay, it's working. Now, let's print the 4 choices. Oh, you know what? I don't think they're in there. They're not in there. We're going to keep this. We're going to keep all this, and we'll start clean. Okay, Game Master response. We're supposed to have choices. Thank you. Okay. I've just added a choices field to the Game Master response object. Implement this, and when the server returns a response, print the 4 choices and wait for a Thank you for covering for me. And print the 4 choices and wait for user input period. Then send that letter or number back. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Then send that response back to the server to get the next response. I hope it understands what I mean. I think there's something really, an integral part to this process is being a little bit non-sober so that you actually can't trust yourself. So, let's see how it goes. Hello! Hail! So buckle up. Isn't that printing it? Oh, it added its own choices field. Well, fuck you then. Include choices if available. Choose an option, enter the number, invalid choice, yada yada yada. Okay. Okay, so buckle up, friend, because we're off to blast off into the great unknown, or should I say the great timeline. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, look at this. We got choices. Splendid! Now that you're ready, let's get down to business. As we beg in this fantastic journey through time, as we beg? Does it begin? Is it... whatever. You'll need to choose a historical period in which to play the game. You've got 3 options. Or if you're feeling adventurous, you can always go for random. So what's it going to be, player name? Will you venture into 1, the Wild West? Oh, I'm sorry. 1, ancient Egypt. 2, the Wild West. 3, the Renaissance. We'll pick 2. Oh. Okay, so now let's look at the code. Damn. I was getting into it. Alright, so we got our choices. While true, user choice is going to be 1, 2, or 3. If user choice does not break, invalid choice. Chosen message, GM response. Choices. So chosen message is the response. Conversation log. Append role message, chosen player. So when it gets done here, check if it's game over, print lines left, and then it's going back to the top. Wait a minute. Fucking hate. shit. You know what's stupid? I have muscle memory, or at least I thought I did, on how to disable word wrapping. Yeah, Alt-Z. Okay, there we go. God damn it. But when you're being watched and not exactly sober, you lose track of your health. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see. It's back up here. So, okay, so all true. So this is the problem. Okay. So it's not only it's added my response 1, 2, or 3 to the chat log, but now it's asking me for another thing. So we have to change the logic here. We're going to tell it, okay, we're getting input from the user first thing, and we shouldn't be doing that. We want the game to generate content for us at the beginning, and then we respond to that. And normally that would be the multiple choice. Yeah, we're just going to go with that. You know what we're going to do? This is something I should have done this earlier. Let's go over to workspace settings and let's see, terminal, text editor, terminal, let's see, font. This one's the font size, man. Is that could be better? 18. Is it better? Why doesn't it look that big? Actually, you know what? This actually isn't updating. There it is. Okay, that's better. That's weird. Has it been doing that? All right. So yeah, let's see. The game now starts by generating initial content from the game master's response. Okay, so let's give it a roll. Welcome to Past Master. Welcome to Past Master. You're about to embark on a thrilling adventure through the anus of history. As your trusty game master, I'll guide you through the ages, providing challenges, obstacles, and opportunities for you to shape a new destiny. Buckle up, because we're about to time travel like never before. What's your name, brave adventurer? Dick Nuts. Well, looks like we've got a, unique choice here. Dick Nuts, eh? Well, I suppose that'll do. Let's just hope you don't get too nuts about the game, or you might find yourself in a spot of trouble. Now, let's move on to the fun part. Choosing your historical adventure. You've got 3 options. Okay, we can't read these because now it's changed something. So what we're going to do is we're going to modify the prompt. And this is the thing. This is the problem with this, is that we in the rules. Let's see. Make sure to keep the game with the concerns of the historical period. Provide the player with prompts to progress through the game. I suppose to choose from selections 3 different historical periods in the game, or choose random for a random period. Let's see. Exhibit prompts, have the player interact with real life historical figures, deduct the life. Player must. Where the fuck is it? Sure, the player to a winning objective. Make sure to keep the game on the strengths of historical period. Stay in character. Provide a player with prompts to progress with the game. I thought that was the one. Maybe it's up here. Place is dangerous. Player loses all their lives. Player must navigate the challenges of survival. They also find ways to use others. But be careful not to reveal too much information too soon, as you could lead to them being ignored, prison, or even killed. The player must also be aware of historical context. Staying in character. Where is the Oh, here we go. Mix up your prompts. Sometimes give the player multiple choices, and sometimes keep it conversational. For the sake of this game, we're going to give the... Oh, why am I typing? At each decision point in the story, present the player with a list of 4 choices labeled A, B, C, and D. They will respond with the letter corresponding to the choice that they make. Look at that. It's beautiful. Okay. So now we have to go down here. We're going to keep what we got here. Okay, so what are we doing here? If GM response choices exists. No, I said A, B, C, and D, huh? Labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll just do it like that. It's just easier. The code already has pulls in integers. That's fine. Player choice. Now, where is the one where it's asking me you? Where is that? So let's just get rid of that. So player input. Let's just fucking do that. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. User input. How are we pushing the choice? Okay, so it's appending it to the conversation log. So where's the it's right here. Dumps conversation log. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because then when we go through here, so we need to, this needs to be outside of the loop, just to prime the pump, I guess. Or maybe not. Let me just do this. This is way more typing than I was supposed to do. How horrible. All right, so that makes sense. Okay, so it's going to push it A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's try. Welcome to Pastmaster, mortal. Fuck. Oh no, the game's playing itself. Oh no, what have we done? What have we done? Okay, oh no. Alright, okay, so the Game Master's response is pushed onto the stack. We're just going to call it the message stack. So the Game Master's response, or the conversation log, is pushed onto the log. Display the choices. And it loops, asking me for the choice. Did I do that? Yeah, no, it's just doing it. Okay, let's see. Why isn't it calling this then? Well, the game seems to be playing itself. It's not stopping for input on anything. It's just continuing to go on its own. Fix the thing! Oh, I picked up Oblivion. So after Adam Fall, we're gonna go and... Why did I say it like that? It was weird. We're gonna go over there. Probably. We'll see. I've only played, like, a small chunk of the original Oblivion. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay, let's see if that worked. Look at the Past Master. Oh, look at this. It's still doing this shit. Look at the Past Master. You've been recruited, yada, yada, yada. You got 3 lives, by the way. Lose them all, and you know, let's just say, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So why is it doing this? So let's surf at the fucking beginning. Okay, the beginning of the loop. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Alright, parsers. Where's the beginning of the game here? So there's our system prompt and conversation log. Send it to the log. Okay. Start the game, it says. Generate the initial game content. Okay. So it's generating that first bit of content. Priming the pump. And it's going to try to parse it out here. Is it doing this twice? It is doing this twice. Okay. Alright. Fine. We'll come back to it. Oh my god. Say start equals 1. Why would you do that? Alright. So, okay, so it's going through a whole loop of this once. To prime the pump, and now we're going to go in a loop. Okay. Are we doing this here? I want to get my hands in there. But I can't. Okay, something is seriously wrong. I'm seeing a lot of duplicated code that doesn't make any sense for it to be duplicated. This should simply be creating an initial inference to Ollama with the system prompt and a request to start the game. And then after that, we have the loop that is going to ask the user for the input based on the choices in the response, and then send that back to Ollama, to the server, to get another response. So it's just a loop of responses. Give it a bit of a walk-in upshift there at the end. It's kind of a solicit responses. That was not walking. All right. Then after that we have the loop. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna think about it. Just do it. Just do it or you're fired. Oh God. Wait, there's a hair in my code. Take it back. There's a little man behind a keyboard, and he's just so frustrated with this new lot in his life. This is what he does now. The code has been refactored to ensure a clean and logical flow. The game now starts with an initial inference, and then enters a loop where it waits for user input based on choices provided in the response. Alright, that sounds good, but let's see how it goes. Welcome to Past Master. That can't be right, just that one thing. Is it? Okay, I guess it was. Welcome to Past Master. Easy. Why am I still getting this you shit? And why aren't I getting...
Why isn't it working?
Well, we're still getting duplicated code. Or is it putting it at the top instead? Alright, let's just go through it. Let's just keep it, because I'm tired of looking at this diff. Just keep it. Alright, welcome to Past Masters. Begin your adventure. Sends the initial system, the initial prompt, without... Wait, is there no... Conversation log... Yeah, no, the same, right? Is it? Yeah, okay, it's because it's appending the system prompt before that. Okay. Okay, that does make sense. So sorry to... Don't question the AI. Alright, so we get our initial response. It's in the format of the Game Master response. And we're parsing. We shouldn't have to do that here. See, like this should not be here. We should be doing just this one prompt, this one query, and then going into a loop with a reaction to that. Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna delete it. I had to hit the delete key. I'm so angry. Okay, that's fine. Continue response, because I didn't actually... Shit, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Where's... Chain responses. So this actually... No, this should be in the loop. I think. But it is. It's down here, though. Alright. So we don't actually have a GM response here. We don't get that until down here. So we're going to take this and push that up here. Manual labor in the code mines of the AI code mines. It's horrible. And we get our exception. Put that back up there. Python's got a Python, so that's fine. Can we just format this? Oh, maybe not. Alright. Okay. So response content equals response. Okay, that's good. Wait for the user import of GM response, and then we're going to do our next inference. It displays the game master's response. Tax it on the end. Display choices. Nope, we don't need that. If game over is game over, we quit. Lines left. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try it. It's looking better. It's looking better, yeah. Excellent. First off, we should not have you in there. Where am I seeing that? You? Okay, so if there is no... okay, so if there's no choices, it's not leaving you high and dry. So if the game did not respond to you with the thing... Okay, that makes sense. You're one ahead of me, game. Game? Copilot, I'm sorry. Alright. Welcome to Past Masters. Begin your game. Generate the initial game content. Start the game. System prompt. System prompt. Modeling prompt. Game master response. Displays. So GM response. Okay. Alright, let's move all this down here. That's the last thing I should be doing is generating the response. So let's see. GM response. So we'll do some logic. And that looks better. Welcome to Past Master, mortal. Are you ready for a game? I'm your game master. And I'll guide you through the ages. Before we begin, let's get one thing straight. I'll be the voice of reason, but not always the most sympathetic one, so buckle up. Okay. Okay, so why isn't that returning... Alright, so we're going to do one thing here. let's install rich and replace the print statement with the one from that package. Do it. Make it so, Mr. Copilot. This is already installed, but we'll make it feel good. You've installed packages? Yeah, I know. Okay. So this should already be about 80% prettier now. See, look at that. Lives left 3. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Oh, you think so, huh? Okay. So lives 3. All right. Let's keep all that. Okay. Okay, now let's dump the structured response from the game master on every loop so we can see what it looks like. Okay. Let's close this up. Game response. So he's not giving us any choices at this point. Game over is false. Lives free. Okay. Let's do it. So let's get down to business. You'll be playing as... So it doesn't have my name.
Infinity.
What the fuck was that? What beeped? Was that me? Okay, that was weird. Something weird happened. I don't know what it was. All right. Blah 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 blah. Game master response. All right, so we're not getting any choices back. So yeah, okay. Let's go. Oops. You need to choose a historical period for your adventure. So it's still doing this. It's still not giving me choices here. So let's see. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, whenever the user is required to respond to requests such as era or story decision points, present the player with 4 choices labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So let's start that over again. Because sometimes you need to be explicit like that. Yay! Let's see. Your mission is to become a ruler. Your choice of a historical period has been carefully crafted for you. Which one would you like to visit? You're not giving me any. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna change models. See if that works a little better. Gemma 3 is really good at interactive fiction and stuff. It's pretty good. Parsing response from game master terminated string starting at 1. Line 1 is let's see if that's actually correct. Ollama, ls grab Gemma. Oh, it's just Gemma 3 latest. Oh, I had it. What's going on, game? Might have been a fluke. Well, let's see if we can... Let's put some code to debug this error in. No, we'll just do that. Okay. Write a debug statement. Print the raw. Blah 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 blah. Come on. Yeah, that's weird. It's not even shitting out. We're getting a 500. Oh, there we go. See, it's not returning choices. So let's maybe I'm being too hasty changing the model here. So let's go over here. Let's do that and just go back to Llama 3.1 latest. And it does actually take it from the names of the fields. So sometimes if it's an ambiguous thing, it might not know to put in there. Player choices. Let's try that. And then let's just see what else we got here. Player choices. Yep. Change it. Very nice. Anything else? Anybody else? Choices. Yes, change that. Thank you very much. Change those. Anything else? Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Fuck. Oh, I killed a llama. Hold on a sec. Alright, there we go. I keep wanting to read Pasta Maker, not that. Player choices, it's not populating them. I swear this was working before. Oh, it hasn't given me anything. Okay. Okay, let's go. Oh, what is my name? Bilbo. Alright, well, you've given me this, but you still haven't put them in the fucking player choices. Let's see. Now, this has never happened before. Every time I've created a structured response, it's been pretty good at putting data inside. Like here, I mean, it's... Let's see. Let me get rid of these defaults. I've never needed those before, and I don't know if that's fucking with something here. Ooh! Although it's a little that's okay. Welcome to Pastmaster. You're about to embark on a thrilling adventure through time. I'm your game master, guiding you through the ages with my wit and sarcasm. Buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride. So we're going to go to the Roaring Twenties. We'll try that. The Roaring Twenties it is! Get ready for jazz, flappers, and some serious social change. You're going to play as a young person in New York City, armed with nothing but your wits and the knowledge of the present day. Your goal is to make a name for yourself, get rich, become famous, or leave a lasting legacy in this vibrant era. The year is 1925 CE, and the city that never sleeps is buzzing with energy. What's your name, brave adventurer? So I get to pick a name. Jack Harris, Emily Wilson. But see, it's giving me A, B, C, and D for my responses. I wonder if it'll just figure it out. Let's just try Emily Wilson. We'll just hit 2. Will it figure it out? Or will it be like, I didn't give you that option? Nope, it knows. It's smart. Okay, welcome to Pasta Maker, Emily Wilson. You're a bright young thing, eager to make a splash, and... hold on a sec. You're a bright young thing, eager to make a splash in the Roaring Twenties. I like that about you. Now let's get down to business. As Emily Wilson, you'll find yourself standing on the bustling streets of Manhattan, surrounded by the sights and sounds of 1925 New York City. The year is just unfolding, and the air is electric with possibility. You've got $10 in your pocket, a suitcase full of clothes, and a head full of ideas. What do you want to do first? Head to Harlem for some jazz and nightlife. Visit the iconic speakeasy, the Cotton Club. Check into a dingy boarding house in Little Italy. Or take a stroll through Central Park on a crisp spring morning. Well, let's go to Harlem for some jazz and nightlife. It's a little rough, but it's all right. The bright lights of Harlem are calling your name, Emily. You've got the makings of a party animal. Makings of a party animal, I can see that. You hop on the subway and head uptown. The sounds of Duke Ellington's orchestra wafting through the air like a siren song. You arrive in Harlem just as the sun is setting, casting a golden glow over the vibrant streets. The smell of fried chicken and sweet tea wafts through the air, making your stomach growl with hunger. As you make your way to the Cotton Club, you notice a group of shady-looking characters eyeing you from across the street. What do you want to do? Try to blend in with the locals and order a drink? Approach the suspicious characters to try to strike up a conversation. Head straight for the Cotton Club and try to get in on the jazz action. Take a detour to the local diner for some grub. You know what? I am not going to pick the options that make sense. I want to see if I can get these lives to go down. So we're going to approach these suspicious characters. See how that goes. This will go well for me. Not so fast, Emily. Approaching those shady characters might be a bit too reckless for my taste. That could get you into some trouble with the wrong people in the city. I'd advise against it. You've got 3 lives, remember? Don't squander them on foolishness. Instead, why don't you try to head inside the Cotton Club? You gave me a choice. Oh, okay. So it's like you sure you want to do that? Okay, and I do want to do that because I am a reckless lass. And I would lose a life. Whoa, hold on there, Emily. I told you once already that approaching those shady characters might not be the best idea. That's a reckless move, and it could cost you a life. You've got 2 lives left. Don't waste them on foolishness. Let's try again. What do you want to do? So I got 2 lives left. I lost a life. Now let's see if it keeps track of it. Now see, this is what's going to happen. It's either going to work great, or if it doesn't, what I'm going to do is we're going to have something appended to the system prompt. Or no, we're going to append something to the prompt when we respond. That's going to show our status. You know, like how many lives we have and stuff like that. So that every time we go through, it reinforces what the game state is. But we're not there yet. Maybe we don't need to go that far. We'll see. It's a reckless move. It could cost you a life. Okay, you got 2 lives left. Don't waste them on foolishness. Let's try again. What do you want to do? Try to gather more information. Ignore them and keep enjoying the evening. Let's try to gather some more information on these hoodlums. Even though it's probably going to kill me. Again. You're a clever one, Emily. You decide to gather more information about the suspicious characters before trying to approach them. You take a moment to observe them from afar, trying to read their body language and mannerisms. As you watch, they seem to be discussing something in hushed tones, glancing around nervously as if they're worried someone might be listening. But one of them catches your eye, gives you a stern look, but says nothing. You notice that they seem to be wearing some sort of gang symbol on their lapel, and the air around them seems to vibrate with tension. What do you want to do now? We're going to ignore the suspicious characters and head inside the Cotton Club. Try to strike up a conversation. Report the suspicious characters to the authorities. Attempt to gather more information about the gang symbol. We're going to strike up a conversation. Because I am a naive babe in the woods. Uh-oh. Emily Wilson, you're about to learn that striking up a conversation with shady characters is not a good idea. You try to approach them and they immediately become defensive and hostile. They claim you're snooping around and try to intimidate you into leaving the area. Leader of the group, a burly man with a scar above his eyebrow, takes a step closer to you, his voice dripping with menace. You can tell that this is not going to end well. And it says life lost, but it doesn't decrement our life counter. This might be what I was talking about. Try to reason for them. Stand your ground and assert yourself. Back down and leave the area. Call for help. So we're going to stand our ground because I don't value life. Oh, Emily Wilson, I'm afraid standing your ground against a burly man might not have been the best idea either. He's got a reputation for being quick to violence, and you don't want to risk getting into a physical altercation that could land you in jail, or worse. But if you're feeling brave, go ahead and try it. And it says I have 1 life left. Now, I don't know if that's coming from that I have 1 life left, but I don't know. But we're gonna pull out pocket watch, pretend you have an appointment elsewhere, slowly back away, try to defuse the situation, stand your ground and assert yourself. Oh, look at this! The response is 2, 3, 1, and 4. Oh shit! So we're gonna back away and leave. I didn't want to do that. Oh no! It actually went through. Okay. You've decided to stand your ground and assert yourself, Emily Wilson. You look the burly man straight in the eye and say, "I'm not afraid of you!" The air around you seems to grow even more charged with tension as he takes a step closer. Suddenly, a voice from behind him says, "Hey, Vinny! Leave her alone!" It's none other than Duke Ellington himself, emerging from the Cotton Club like a jazz legend from another world. He strides over to where you are and gives Vinny a stern look. "This young lady is under my protection now," he says, his voice dripping with authority. "Why don't you take your goons somewhere else?" Vinny looks back at about. It's dawning on me that voice. It's not what I was going for. I was going for like a. Like Pete from Goofy Movie, the big fat guy, the traditional bad guy. That's the voice I was going for. It just dawned on me that this might not be appropriate. All right. Anyway, this young lady's under my protection now. Why don't you take your goons somewhere else? Vinny looks taken aback by Duke's sudden appearance. After a moment of hesitation, he backs down, leading his crew away from the scene. You breathe with a sigh of relief as Duke turns to you and says, "Welcome to the Cotton Club, Emily Wilson. I think we can find you something interesting to do here." So we got 1 life left, and we're going to ask Duke about his connections to the city, follow Duke inside the Cotton Club, ask Duke if he knows anything about the suspicious characters, thank Duke, and head back out onto the streets. Yeah, we'll ask him about the characters, see what they say. Well, clearly he knows them. He knew his name and everything, and he had enough pull to get him out of there. You've just had a close encounter with some unsavory characters in Harlem, Emily Wilson. It's lucky that Duke Ellington himself came to your rescue. Now you're inside the Cotton Club, surrounded by the sounds of jazz and the whispers of intrigue. You approach Duke, still trying to process what just happened. "Duke, thank you for stopping me stepping in back there," you say. "But I have to ask, do you know anything about those suspicious characters?" The Duke looks at you with a hint of a smile and says, "Nothing." So I guess we got, alright, so that was weird. It got cut off. Now let's look at the actual response. Yeah, it just gets cut off. Ask about his connection to the club. I just want to get killed here. Tell Duke you're just here for the music and you don't want to get involved. What's going on? Draw attention. Oh, let's ask about the gang symbol. Ugh. Now that you've got the introductions out of the way, let's get back to the game. What? You're still in 1925 New York City, and you've just had a close call with some shady characters in Harlem. Duke Ellington himself came out to your rescue, but now you're wondering what this character do. What do you do next? Oh, now I have 2 lives left again. All right. All right. We'll keep this for now. let's add a little color to the player experience. Ooh. Let's see, American West. You've chosen the Wild West, your destination. Great choice. Your name will be... Oh, anyway. The air is thick with dust and the smell of smoke from nearby saloon. The sheriff's badge hangs on the wall. This is the Wild West after all. Visit the local... So here, alright. So you know what? We're gonna... We get the point. We get the point. But this is something interesting you can do with a large language model. I mean, you can go and you know, have a prompt like that that has all the rules of a game. But instead of just, now see, traditionally we just go into like chatgpt.com or whatever LLM interface you have and just work with it raw like that, letting it, and sometimes you'll get a different kind of, like here we asked for 1, 2, 3, and 4, but instead we get A, B, C, and D, shit like that. It never consistently gets my name. Sometimes it'll ask my name, sometimes it doesn't. It just keeps going. But if we could marry an LLM to a Python script that, you know, like maybe we go and, you know, it doesn't, see, like right now the trick is we're just doing this off on one prompt and then trying to force it down a funnel of responses or response options. But what we can do is you can actually go and, like I said, keep track of the game state, you know, how many lives and stuff like that, and reinforce it with every response, add it to the prompt, let it know like this is the current state of it, so that because LLMs, they often need to be kept on the straight and narrow. Especially, I've noticed, the further down you get in the context, the larger the content is, it tends to, especially for like at least Gemma 3. This is Llama 3.1, but whatever. I don't know if it's just losing context or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's see. These are options. I'm probably going to do this offline. I'm going to go and add some features to it now that I've had my fun with Agent, Copilot Agent. So this is fun. This could actually be turned into a real game of sorts. You know, you could start it off making sure that it asks you for your name, or maybe you can provide your name to the script, and then that gets passed into the system prompt. You know, like the player's name is X, that kind of thing. So it doesn't even have to worry about asking you. But I don't know. We got options. Something to mess with. So that is going to conclude this for now. I have OBS. If you're ever wondering why I'm like looking up here, OBS is up here and I can see like the activity. It just looks weird. Oh, all right, so yep, this is just another one of these pre-recorded off ones. We're coming back. Let's see, it's Tuesday. We're gonna come back Wednesday. Probably this Wednesday will be at. It'll either be 9 or 9:30 because usually I have something going out at 8, so I do it at 9:30. But I don't have that this week. I'll still stick to 9:30 just because, for consistency's sake. But we're gonna go back to Atom Fall. We were making progress, especially when you force yourself to keep pushing forward and not get lost in the weeds. So hopefully we'll finish that soon. I'm hoping. I'm told it's not a really long game, but it's definitely got me wandering around. But then we'll get to Oblivion, probably, and I'd like to do that while strike while the iron's hot. Yeah. All right, I'm out of here, and see you in the future.